which content. I'm not saying in India we make more 2,000 movies per year. Not every movie can be dubbed in every language possibly, though we'll love to try it. But if we can identify a good movie, can we take it global? That was what we are working towards.
Right. So, Mr. Senthil, you said that Producer Bazaar was launched in 2021. Can you share some, success numbers with us, and what interesting projects are you working on? If you can mention a few.
Okay, we are trying to, what we're doing is, we are not trying to be an aggregator. We want to be a marketplace. So marketplace needs two parts, okay? You need to have buyers and sellers. As of now, what do we sell? Okay, building technology is slightly easier compared to actually getting the actual people who need our service. So what we did was, we did some offline sales and other thing to do it. The platform, we have built it in some way. We are now launching two platforms. Instead of one, we are launching two platforms in coming weeks. Okay, that's we will now make the formal announcement in a few days. Okay. So what we did was, we did a lot of work on. Okay, we ended up traveling to Delhi, met ministers, went to Mumbai, met NFDC, to Bangalore, in Hyderabad, Kerala. So we're getting a lot of awareness. First, awareness is less for people whom we are targeting. We're not targeting movies who make big heroes, big producer who make 20 crore, 100 crore movies. They don't need us because they already have people who can sell and buy. They have network, they have connections. We're talking about smaller producers. If somebody's making a 1 crore to 10 crore, that's a range which we could cater to. We can. So we work with. So we have my co-founder and me. We have met over 850 producers in last one and a half years. That's a timeline which we have done. Okay. So we enabled a lot of producers. Okay, and we signed a lot of contract with them. Older movies, new movies. How we can work with them. A lot of legal part. A lot of other challenges we have solved in last 1.5 years. And we are ready to launch an actual platform, and actual sales on the platform will happen in coming weeks.
Okay. So have you crowdfunded any film till now, or any project that you are helping in this regard?
Okay, so let's talk about how much time does it take to make a movie? Okay, from a concept to a release, right? In Malayalam in 1970s, it used to take 3 months. There are some exceptions happening in Tamil or Hindi also, where they release a very short duration, something was made and released, but it's a rarity. Normally, it takes between 12 to 18 to 24 months for a movie from concept to pre-production, production, post-production, release. So even if movies finish, okay, you don't get theaters. I want 100 theaters, I want 500 theaters. I will not get the theaters because theater is controlled by some people. Okay, so that's a whole. So when can you release? You can do a puja, you can choose a hero, everything you can choose, but release date is not under your control at all. It's beyond your control. So we have to manage. Okay, so what we are doing currently is, okay, a movie which is either under production, pre-production, or post-production stage, we can start talking on it. If your content is finished, can we help you release it and start licensing at that point of time? That's less risk for my buyers. As a platform, I take less risk. Okay, think of it. Okay, I take money from a lot of people. First thing, if I take a lot of money from people, I have to be SEBI registered. So once SEBI comes into play, they will have a lot more criteria, what content, everything. That's one part of it. Second part, what if hero walks out, heroine walks out, something happens and the movie is struck, right? Who is responsible for owning it? Currently, there are platforms who are trying it, but what we're saying is, until we get funded, let's focus on the current platform. This is an add-on which we could do. We are offering some other services for it. Finished movies also, we're kind of helping in discounting, getting some funding for helping close the movie and release it. We are doing that part, but informal way, not in the part of our core platform. Because we network and help in that way. That's what we're doing. But crowdfunding, it's taking a longer bet. So 24-month bet, and the movie will hit. What is the guarantee for it? See, if there's a cost and people are donating money to it, okay, or if people are buying, okay, I'm buying this many tickets, okay, I want to watch this hero and this heroine movie, I'm going to fund, I'm going to buy tickets, that's fine. There's no risk for me, I can give a show. But I'm investing this many lakhs or crores and I want to have this much guaranteed return. I cannot assure you any of that. At least in current scenario, current laws do not permit to me offer at that point of time. And the current market system is not ready for it. Let's safeguard the copyrights and licensing where structured revenue can come. We can come at that point of time.
Right.
So, but we believe on a longer term, it makes sense to kind of ownership, right? Instead of hero charging half the, after paying the all top above the line stars, right, and directors and known people, with the remaining money is what we are making the movie and marketing it. What if it goes other ways, right? See, let's talk about, let's say, female-oriented movies, right? We don't get a lot of good movies to that part. We have top heroines and actresses who have done amazingly well earlier. Now they have to play an aunt or a villain or something else is what they can. They can't do it. Okay. This happens in every industry, okay? The reason is because individually, the content will not sell on a theater at this price point. Okay. So what if they can say, hey, I'm willing to take equity, I'll take some percentage of the content in some way. And see, for making a movie, you don't need all the money upfront. only for, okay, think of, okay, you're renting some place, your equipment rental, that's where you need cost. Hero, they need some to sustain, but not all the money upfront is required, only release and everything. So what if this can be done, and probably rights can be written off in some contracts. So we have done some work, we have done build a platform for it, but we cannot release it now. We'll do it at a slightly later stage, but we have the tech for doing it at some point. But the idea is, you may not say, what is the movie that's not a hit? You sell the movie, you make a loss, and you kind of only producer takes the loss. Benefits are not shared with other artists. Okay. Also, credits are not given. Okay. So we are building something on for metadata. How do you do it? So what if multiple people own it? Either the fans or the artists and people who are part of it, they own the equity of the movie in some way. And the copyright is what is being licensed. Okay. Hey, this content goes for next 60 years. Even later also, you're going to get some money. I will give one example. Okay. Today, I think it's the 20th anniversary for Titanic movie, right? So 97, the movie came, and 20th anniversary special edition is going to come. I will give only one example. Okay. In the movie, before the ship sinks, there's a small kid talking to his mother. That's one dialogue for the kid. A mother doesn't have a dialogue, so mother is extra, but the kid spoke a dialogue. It's considered artist in US terminology. The kid who was 5-year-old at then and now about 30 plus years, right? He's still getting paid a royalty.
Okay.
So there's a Blu-ray 3D version or IMAX release, which will happen now. Money will be made. And next 3 months, 6 months timeline, he's going to get a commission for a movie he acted 25 years back. He's not in the industry at all. Here, we forget, okay, big heroes, they'll have a couple of big hits, and then people forget about them, right? There is no revenue for them. So think of movies which are made in 60s and 70s. They are still in copyright and they don't get anything at all. If producers sell all the rights upfront, they don't make any money. So we believe, in India, we do not encourage people to go into arts or movies because it's not a safe industry. Right. What if heroine doesn't hit? Okay, they have to marry and do. Okay, what if they don't consider the career? What if every hero or heroine, they will have a couple of big hits. There will be some flops as well. Right. But even there, the movie is still available on some platform, generating some revenue for somebody, right? What if everybody gets a slice of it? But for that, we have to, core will be, can we safeguard the copyrights? Then can we give them attribution in some way? And can, instead of everybody takes upfront all the cash, they own some rights of it. That could be the model which on a longer term will make more sense.
Okay. So Mr. Senthil, since Producer Bazaar is an NFT movie marketplace, will there be movie scenes, songs, etc. for sale and purchase? And since you mentioned royalties also, and it's a big issue, there's a big debate right now going around between marketplaces to have royalties or not to have royalties. What is your take? What is your view on that?
So as of now, we are focusing only the B part. Okay, so I'm working with the producers and content creators. This is one part of my business. So these are people who are creating it, and the people who are buying it are actually, it could be a OTT platform, could be a website, could be a mobile app who are offering some content, short content, different format they license. Okay, or it could be theatrical, international releases or dubbing, remake. There are about 20-30 rights which they can buy for a shorter duration of part. That's what we'll prefer. Don't sell perpetual license, everything. We'll sell a shorter duration. So you may get a better pricing over a period of time and sustained revenue comes into play. Okay, this is one part of it. Okay. We are not, the current platform, until we bring the crowdfunding part, we will not want to touch the B2C part of it. We don't want to create a lot of hype. Okay. See, 2021 was a great year for NFTs. Collectibles, we are part of the team helped, which kind of marketed the Amitabh Bachchan NFT part when they were listed at the Guardian Link platform. Right. At that point, owning directly buying from Big B was important for me. There are only limited number of things and the value might go up here. But what has happened in 2022 mid and later is we have generative AI, right? So we had some random icons and everything. Now we can give one prompt and you have an amazing image coming for it. Okay. So how many artists can we sell content for? How much can they own it? Okay. I'm saying there is no guaranteed revenue. If basically there's a demand supply gap, right? Okay. If a lot of people want to buy this content and it's not available in quantity, the value will go up, right? It's straightforward formula, okay. But what if new current keeps generating on a regular basis or a volume comes into a, maybe the value may not go up. You still want to buy it for various reasons, by personal interest, but value may not go up. If you're investing for that purpose, it makes sense. What if this asset can generate revenue out of it? So I'm saying, okay, hey, we have this movie rights. The producer is willing to sell his part of rights, or heroes are willing to sell some part of a license, and that is bought by a fan. This content is going to make revenue for next 60 years. We can give an idea of how much we can predict with revenue to make over a period of time. If you hold this part, this is kind of dividend yielding content, you can get it.
Right.
So if you own fraction of that rights as an NFT, that generating revenue for that will make sense. And actually, this is a real product. It's not some hype just because we are a community or something or somebody's promoting it. No, the content is movie was made for several crores, watched by several people. It has an IMDb rating. People have run reviews for it. People like it, love it. Think of a good song, okay? And that song is amazing hit. Song can generate revenue for next. Maybe earlier, no more cassettes and CDs, but it's going to run on Spotify or any new platform. Is going to come in. They need to have content. On the metaverse, people need to have some listen to some content or concept or style, everything. And these are the actual things which are helping it, right? So if you own something which generates that revenue, which is real business, which is legally supported, like we have hundreds of thousands of cases in legal history where we see how the cases are fought. There's a regulation for it. NFT, is it real or not? There are other questions which come into play. But I'm saying this is a real business, 100-year-old business, proven. But we are bringing a technology and we're leveraging it in another way to make it more accessible to more people. But primary, the current version is for producers and buyers to begin with. But once the basic is solved, then we can ancillary. It could be crowdfunding part, because this is before the movie starts, if something happens, or the movie is generating revenue in some way. At that point, I can give it as a mutual fund, or like we have a real estate IT, right? Investment trust. We can have a movie IT trust where we buy thousands of songs. That kind of model already exists in UK for songs. Right. They're buying all the old artists, all the rights, they're buying it and they're selling it in that model. We can do all those on our platform. That's a core which we have built.
So Mr. Senthil, if you can answer briefly, what do you think is the future of NFTs?
Okay, so NFT initially was hyped for various reasons. Okay, it started somewhere. Okay, you can put some content on some place and you have some contract and somebody's buying and somebody's selling and maybe a marketplace listing. That's the whole core of it. Okay, and initial people were... speculators came in. A lot of people who were not so ethical also came in. They could have raised the price. There are a lot of other trading. Okay, but I will not go into that part of it. Okay? I'm saying smart contract as a technology is a powerful technology. How do we leverage it? Okay, in the movie industry itself, we are seeing already we are exploring a lot of AI. Okay, how AI can be used to generate content or reduce the cost of production in a lot of other ways. But who gets the attribute for it? How do you pay for it? How do you verify? So wherever trust is the issue, blockchain comes into play. You cannot fudge a blockchain. That's a whole part which it makes sense. So we are saying, okay, hey, though our initial plan was very different, but what we have changed is, okay, you buy a right for this period, the entry is made into the blockchain. If you are a fake or if you're kind of thing, you are exposing yourself.
Right.
That's
Thank you so much.
Rights, contracts, all those can come into this part.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Senthil, for having this conversation with us and giving us your valuable time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Sure.
That's all in this special segment of Crypto Masters. This is me, Ruchi Sharma, signing off. Do like, share, and subscribe to 3.0 TV. Have a great day. We will keep you connected to the evolving world of NFTs.
For accurate and latest updates of cryptocurrency markets and global regulations.
Metaverse and Web3.
3.0 TV covers the latest crypto crimes.
Keeps you updated about the global crypto events and exhibitions.
Memes have become a part of our daily life thanks to social media. Yes, they add value to our face. They make us smile. Meme can also add value to your wallet. You guys, I'm talking about meme coins. What's up, memers? Welcome to the segment of 3.0 TV. I'm your host, Shikha Singh. Meme coins, they have become the talk of the crypto world. While they show the lightheartedness of what can be perceived as a harsh and cutthroat industry, Meme coins such as Shiba Inu and Dogecoin have performed exceptionally well in both performance and community, as well as garnering support from many celebrities. However, the one to watch out for now is Tamadoge. Tamadoge's first game, Super Doge, a viral crypto pre-sale project from last year that is now one of the top 15 meme coins by market capitalization. My fellow dog lovers, the graphics of this game are super cute. I mean, look at this puppy. So adorable, isn't it? Let's get back to the game. Super Doge is a free-to-play game similar to Super Mario, Nintendo, Super Nintendo. There are several modes in this game such as Rocket Doge, Super Doge, Tamadoge Run, To the Moon and Super Blast. Tamadoge Run and Super Blast modes are not available for the users yet. The game profile could be fetched from the game's website. Each mode has a leaderboard that rewards players with Tama tokens. And to grab some of those, you have to score maximum points and complete all of the game levels. Many people avoid investing money or buying coins to play these games. However, Tamadoge has you covered. Users can choose between playing for free or paying to play using Tama credits and Tamadoge NFTs and earning Tamadoge rewards. Tama token is the currency needed to transact on the ecosystem. They are stakeable and do not contain any transaction text. Tamadoge ecosystem has been designed in such a way that it can be profitable without relying on deterrents such as transaction tax, factors that raise the entry barrier of P2E. Tama tokens are used to buy Tamadoge pets from the Tamadoge marketplace, an AR ecosystem where the pets interact with each other and their holders in an AR ecosystem. Tamadoge pets are playable characters, NFTs that users can purchase from the pet store and upgrade with customizations and accessories. Collected Doge points are counted at the end of the month, and the one with the most points get rewarded in Tamadoge tokens. The Tamadoge arcade is said to have 5 games, of which Super Doge is the first. Super Doge works on the Ethereum blockchain. However, after experiencing ups and downs throughout 2022, the blockchain gaming activity as measured by on-chain data increased by 1.31% in January 2023 with 858,000 daily unique active wallets. Now here are some facts about the gaming sector. The year 2022 was a disaster year. Investors, GameFi participants, and NFT holders saw the value of their holdings plummet after reaching euphoric height. Those who were less lucky lost their assets as a result of the Terra disaster, which was followed by BlockFi, Celsius, FTX, and other smaller projects that failed or were hacked. The market cap of GameFi tokens dropped from $27 billion at the beginning of the year to $3.3 billion by the end. The monthly volume of the GameFi transactions declined severely, going from $3.1 billion in January to $80 million in December, a 97% drop. Despite this setback, well-known game studios continue to invest in the GameFi sector. Analysts believe that as blockchain games become more playable, they will be one of the primary drivers of the mainstream cryptocurrency adoption. The number of transactions in blockchain games remained relatively stable, bouncing between 130 million and 185 million. With 296 new projects, BNB attracted the most new projects. Polygon, Wax, and Solana, on the other hand, increased in relative terms, doubling and tripling the numbers of the projects since 2021. In terms of the growing popularity of blockchain gaming, Wax blockchain has witnessed the most active gaming activity with 331,000 daily unique active wallets. Hive blockchain is in the second place with 183 daily unique active wallets, a 17% increase month on month. Polygon ranks third with 138 daily unique active wallets, an 11.2% increase over the previous month. The growth of the gaming and metaverse sector of the cryptocurrency space is a result of individual project milestones and the growth they have experienced. Prominent metaverse gaming platform Sandbox announced that Michelin star chef and main draw of the reality cooking show Hell's Kitchen, Ramsay, is being turned into a collection of NFT avatars that users will be able to mint later this month. There will be a total of 2,333 Ramsey avatars. Users of the sandbox will be able to roam and play games inside the blockchain-enabled metaverse platform using one of the Ramsey avatars. That's it in today's special segment. For more such interesting updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel and do press our bell icon for more. Keep watching 3.0 TV.
Hello and a very warm welcome to all the viewers of 3.0 TV. I am Manoj Dara. So it has been a very interesting last few days for the virtual digital assets or cryptocurrencies, where we have stood witness to a NFT showdown, an effort to move ahead with an upgrades for tokens, and not to forget whale movements as well as constant technological updates. The artificial intelligence as new frontier for the Web3 space. It is the right time to touch base with the industry leaders to get their perspective on the activities taking place around us that are going to shape the digital world for sure. So along with me are my colleagues who have interacted with several industry observers, market experts, industry practitioners to update us with various sectors of the Web3 space. Cryptocurrencies had a tough time lately maintaining the levels reached late January. In fact, Bitcoin made a failed attempt to breach $25,000 mark twice. It has actually been found a tough resistance at that level. So let's get a perspective on this from our esteemed guests and understand what's happening and what's the current situation in the entire cryptocurrency space. So joining with me is Mr. Sanket from Coinbazaar. Sanket.
So the factors that could that is influencing the crypto market right now is one that we have recently seen Gary Gensler. He has just said that apart from Bitcoin, other cryptocurrencies would be considered a security, and which is a major factor, for the crypto community, for the adoption. Moreover, as a result of this, BUSD, which is the indigenous token of Binance, Coinbase has just announced that they would be going ahead and they would go ahead and delist BUSD, which is not a good sign with what we see in future. We do not know as of now that how it will shape up, but yes, crypto market has been bullish from this year, from 17,000 till 25,000. We have seen a slight of bull run, though it has not able to go to a higher level, though it has sustained itself, which is a positive sign for the whole crypto market. In terms of G20 summit which is happening, India is playing a key role in shaping up the regulations. India in collaboration with Singapore and USA and other G20 nations. And because what we have seen lately, the users, the usability and the acceptance of crypto in these 4 or 5 countries have been immense. And when we see that the adoption is increasing, so ultimately when governments are making sure that every person's funds are protected and exchange should follow a certain rule to go ahead and facilitate their services to the users. So it's always a good sign. We have Bitcoin 2023 which is happening in May, and there you would see new companies with new ideas, with new projects are coming with new use cases. So these are some positive signs which will help and keep the market healthy. And as of now, there are some positive signs to the market which it is showing right now, and let's hope that it will sustain, if not go to the bear market though, but yes, if it will sustain this specific stage, a month or two, we'll see a bull run coming soon, anyway soon.
So tough ask for the cryptos and the Bitcoin in this update. So now let's go to Ruchi. So Ruchi, we have been hearing about the ongoing tussle for the supremacy in the NFT market space between the OpenSea and the Blur. And it is apt to mention here that the Goliath in this case is OpenSea, being cornered by Blur, who is David. So Ruchi, give us a sense of from this ongoing spat in the NFT market space and what are we picking from here?
Yes, Manoj, actually there is a big concern regarding the ongoing spat between OpenSea and Blur. So Blur has overtaken OpenSea quite a few times in the past 20 days in terms of NFT trading volume as well as the user market share, which is quite surprising because Blur has just launched 4 months back, and this upstart NFT marketplace is locking horns with OpenSea that has been the #1 NFT marketplace. We have spoken to a lot of market participants. Let's hear out what Akhil Damodaran, the CEO and founder of Altivium, has to say about this.
What happened between Blur and OpenSea, it's a very remarkable part in terms of NFT market. So if you look at what happened is, Blur has almost overtaken OpenSea in terms of the total transaction of NFT trading, but it also shows that the traders are more concerned about the incentives. If you look at it at OpenSea is for incentivize people who are trading more towards as a collector. Who wants more of a collecting NFTs, and if you look at Blur, then it's for people who are more concerned about trading quickly and more short time trading, and that's exactly how the Blur works. But if you look at between both of them, actually they are not directly a competitors, but their incentives are so much into perspective for the traders that they can switch between each other. So what really happened is, because of the airdrop incentives of what Blur is providing and OpenSea is not able to provide, you see a much larger transaction happening in Blur. But there are two things which I want to really want to say on this. First, if you look at the trading which happened in Blur, it's more of a very high volume trading, but with a very small quantity of traders. It's not that the large quantity of traders are doing the trading. If you look at OpenSea and Blur, the traders are much larger in OpenSea still, not Blur. But the trading volume only shows that there are very small quantity of traders who are doing much large trading in the Blur compared to OpenSea. Also because of the rivalry between both of them, because now Blur has already announced that they will be giving complete royalties only if if the people are coming out of OpenSea and they are coming to Blur, because they're blocking to get incentive from both the platform for the traders. That's an open rivalry perspective. But if you look at from the economic point of view, it doesn't mean that the NFT is growing very high. It's not that the NFT market is growing high. It's just that there are a small group of traders who are getting incentive between two different platforms, and because of which the trading volume is becoming higher. And it also shows, as an academician, I would say this, that the NFT platforms needs to have more unique proposition for the products, because what happens is when the products doesn't have much of a uniqueness, the only way to make business is to give discounts, just to give freebie, the airdrops as what Blur provides.
Thanks, Ruchi. So now let's hear from Vishaka, who is closely tracking the metaverse segment. So Vishaka, tell us about the latest development in this space. I'm sure the technology part is set to change the landscape in a big way, including the Metas and the Microsofts, Amazons of the world. So tell us about your interaction with the industry insights.
So Manoj, tech giants are embracing metaverse, but now they are shifting their focus to artificial intelligence. I spoke to Mr. Utpal Chakrabarti. He's an AI and quantum scientist, and according to him, artificial intelligence is going to be an integral part of Web3. So let's listen in to what he has to say about the intersection of AI and metaverse.
So there are a lot of buzz going on today about metaverse, Web3, AI, blockchain, NFTs, and a lot many other technologies, right? And of course, there is a huge focus on these technologies and platforms, and you can see the big giants, big IT companies are already investing a lot. Either they are building their own metaverse or Web3 applications, DAOs, or probably they are investing on building wearable devices. So these devices will give you the immersive experience when you go to the metaverse. And AI is the integral part of Web3 and Metaverse, right? So AI is going to play a major role, whether it is kind of processing the huge amount of data and giving some kind of analytics and intelligence, or it could be like personalizing when you are actually traversing the metaverse and going into the metaverse, doing different things. So there is a huge focus on artificial intelligence also. Now as a developer, probably a full stack developer or a 3D designer or blockchain developer or data scientist, you have got a huge opportunities that are coming up because you can see now we'll be transitioning from Web 2 to Web 3, and in next 10 years there will be huge opportunities that are coming up for everybody. Okay, may it be business analyst, may it be domain experts, right? And even the countries, different countries and the governments, they have got a huge focus on these technologies. For Indian government also, now we have released our union budget, right? And in the union budget also, it has been already mentioned that there will be a huge focus on implementing metaverse into defense, into all other education and all other areas. So I can see there are a lot of exciting things coming up, and you have a role to play in this what you call technological revolution.
So thanks, Vishakha. By far, we have got a fair idea on the crypto space from the industry experts. We leave you with a slice of conversation we had with Mr. Sonu Jain of Coinex, wherein he believes that the regulations will shape the future of the cryptocurrency. Let's listen.
So, like we are aware that the first 2 months of Jan and Feb were filled with a lot of events, lot of buzz around the crypto regulations across the globe. The major one being the G20 organization, where we had like finance ministers and central bank governors across the world of the top 20 largest countries, including the European Union, come at a particular platform, which is the G20, and then discuss crypto regulations, the industry, what challenges does it pose to the economies across the world. So this, although there was a little progress, I would say, but then if we look at the bigger picture, we are going to see some major amendments as we move towards September and the end of the year. Now, the one important point that we need to consider is G20 by itself is not going to bring in the regulations. So G20 is going to be aided by various organizations, may it be the FSB, the International Monetary Fund, or the OECD. So these three organizations are going to play a crucial role in identifying how crypto industry can move forward, what are the challenges that it poses, and what regulations can be brought in to not only safeguard investors but also ensure that the technology progresses. So the financial year 2023 and the future years are going to filled with a lot of events where we are going to see not just the brainstorming but also applications, and also the governments across the globe inviting suggestions from public as to how crypto industry can be regulated. So a lot to look out for the future here side. I think one of the crucial point is as countries across the world understand more and more about crypto, the technology and the blockchain industry altogether, they are positive towards how it can impact their economies. So that is something we saw, that we have countries like Switzerland or countries like Dubai, which have been proactive from the very get-go. But now we see many emerging countries like Hong Kong also come up and they want to become a crypto hub because they know this industry is going to have a significant impact moving forward. Now, even if we look at the comments that came from the G20, so there was a broad consensus among all the G20 members that crypto has to be regulated. So at the very first point that we see RBI governors and many other central banks come forward and tell that crypto has to be banned. But ultimately G20 did not stop at that. They said that we cannot ban it. Rather, it is ultimately beneficial for all of the members if we start regulating it, right? So that sets the agenda that in which direction is G20 trying to focus its resources. Now that also is a positive for the crypto industry, that moving forward we will not have to face such uncertainties that we may get banned in odd locations. So as and when G20 comes up with its global regulatory framework where every country is going to follow a specified process, although it is going to be modified to their extent, but at the global level, it is going to be somewhat similar regulation across the countries, and the ultimate fact being that crypto will not be banned. So that is the positives that we can take from it. And it is not only Hong Kong, and as we go on studying for next 1 year or 2 years, we are going to see many more countries who start adopting favorable regulations towards crypto assets, including possibly India.
Magic Eden, a non-fungible token marketplace, is launching a series of free Web3 game mints in March. The name Mint Madness refers to the NCAA college basketball tournament known as March Madness. In total, 13 Web3 games will be made available for free on the Ethereum, Solana and Polygon blockchains. The games created by both traditional gaming studios and Web3 native developers all make use of NFTs for in-game functionality. Shrapnel, a popular AAA first-person shooter, and the gaming metaverse Planet Mojo are among the titles available. Magic Eden will post a leaderboard of the top NFT traders across Mint Madness collection on its social media channels to increase engagement. The top 10 traders by volume on the Polygon collections will be entered into a prize pool of 20,000 Matic, with the first place winner receiving a 4,500 Matic prize. A phishing email was sent to some users as a result of a security breach, according to the Sandbox. According to a blog post published Thursday by the Sandbox, an unauthorized third party gained access to an employee's computer and used it to email users. The email titled "The Sandbox Game Access" contained links to malware that could be used to steal personal information from those who clicked on them. The company did not say how many people received the email. The company stated that it had notified all recipients via email and had reset the employees' accounts' compromised passwords. According to Polaris Markets research report, the global blockchain gaming market was valued at $5.41 billion in 2022 and is expected to reach $1,020.02 billion by 2032, to grow at a CAGR of 68.9% during the forecast period. The study report identifies untapped opportunities in key categories. It contains a comprehensive impact analysis of the entire blockchain gaming market segmented by components, end users and geography. The study evaluates the key vendors by evaluating all relevant products and services in order to comprehend the market positioning of the leading competitors. The report also highlights the market's favorable and unfavorable elements for global and regional growth, the opportunities, challenges and factors influencing the growth of the blockchain gaming market are discussed in greater detail. The report's goal is to provide the reader with a comprehensive overview of the market, including historical, current, and future developments. The report targets potential company stakeholders and presents analytical data in an easy-to-understand manner using a variety of graphics, statistics, tables, and data analysis representations. Businesses will be able to expand their approaches to problem solving by becoming aware of the negative aspects of the market, which will increase their ability to influence the optimistic mindset. In the upcoming special segment on NFTs, we will update you about the following news. NFT sales surged to $2 billion in February. Animoca Brands launches NFT licenses, empowers creators with royalties. Redeem raised $2.5 million to let users transfer NFTs with phone numbers. Stay tuned for more updates.
Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am Vishakha Thakur. You are watching a special show, Crypto Masters. The aviation industry was severely impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. It is still under huge pressure because of various factors like staff shortage, high airfare, fuel price, and replacement of business travel with virtual meetings. To augment their offerings, airlines are turning to the metaverse as aviation in the metaverse is picking up pace. Airlines intend to bring together airline services, design, training and production into a unified digital manufacturing system, and the metaverse development can turn it into a reality. So to discuss all about the aviation industry and metaverse, we have invited the founder and CEO of L-Teridium, Mr. Akhil Damodaran. Welcome to 3.0 TV, sir. Sir, Emirates plans to invest $10 million to build its brand in the metaverse, and also all airline giants like Singapore Airlines, Lufthansa and Qatar Airways, they are going on the same path, and also they are betting big on metaverse. So what are your views on the same?
So if you look at the airlines industry and the aviation industry at this moment, the reason why they are betting big on metaverse is because metaverse is a virtual reality, and moreover, being a virtual reality, there's an enhanced customer experience which they can provide to the customers, which was not possible before.
Right, sir.
See, for example, a customer has to come to the airport or the aviation or an airlines to see the experience. Imagine the same experience you can do in a virtual reality. So what happens is now you can have the branding, the advertisement of the airport or the airline services in the metaverse, in which the customers can access the metaverse from the outside world, and they can see exactly what is happening in the metaverse. They can do the services, their non-aeronautical revenue, or the goods or the shopping experiences. Everything they can put on in the metaverse.
Right, sir.
So that the customers can have an experience on them. Moreover, if you look at from the metaverse perspective in the airlines industry and the aviation industry, the next 5 to 10 years is going to be a $10 to $20 million industry for the aviation, for the metaverse itself, because you can have digital twin, which will help for the training purposes. You can have customer service training, you can have customer enhancement, customer experience enhancement because of the metaverse and the AR, VR, and the way the ecosystem is going to build up. So I mean, there's a huge bet which the aviation is doing for the metaverse.
I agree.
And India is leading it because Bangalore Airport has already invested in metaverse now. So I mean, we are leading already on it.
So, metaverse is also changing the airport experience by using virtual reality. As recently we have seen Bangalore International Airport Limited, it has revealed the first phase launch of T2 terminal called the BLR Metaport, which can be also viewed virtually. So how will this metaverse transformation take place, and how will the metaverse transform the aviation industry or the future of flight?
So if you look at the future of metaverse and aviation, I think there's a huge bet and a huge future of metaverse industry in the aviation sector. For example, airport, you can do an airport experience inside metaverse now. You can have pilot training inside metaverse now. You can have customer service training inside metaverse now. So that's a huge opportunity in terms of training, learning and development for the aviation industry, which need a physical brick and mortar before, and now you can do it in metaverse.
I agree.
Apart from that, you can do a lot of branding, a lot of advertisement. You can do a lot of services which you can advise to the customers to get their feedback on exactly what is happening in the metaverse. They can go inside the metaverse. They can actually feel the experience of the airport and another aspect of it, which can really enhance the branding for the aviation industry per se. So if you look at the next 10 to 15 years, I think metaverse is going to be 15 to $20 billion industry for the aviation itself. And I think that they are going to bet, and India is going to lead for it, no matter what. I think the example is Bangalore International Airport.
Sir, also military around the world, including commercial pilots, have been using flight simulators from the dawn of aviation. So the US military now trains for an even better dogfight with Russian and Chinese warcrafts with the help of AI-enabled AR in the military metaverse. So just like US military is embracing metaverse, do you think that this will happen in India as well?
I think if you look at the aviation industry, what US militaries are adopting for the metaverse, I think that the same thing will happen in India very soon. But to be very frank to you, it all depends on 3-4 important aspects of it. The first is the infrastructure of a metaverse. are we ready with the infrastructure of metaverse? Secondly, are we ready with the deployment of 5G? Whether the commercialization of 5G is to the masses has been done or not. The third very important point is, what are the startups and the AR, VR companies which are working in India? I mean, we are currently in a nascent stage.
I agree.
So if you look at adoptability of metaverse in the military or services, it will be there, but in a very, very, very initial level. In the sense, let's say you have art gallery of soldiers in the metaverse, or you can have a gallery of what are the ammunitions we have just to showcase our strength in metaverse. Those things can help in terms of public participation to understand what our military strength is. But if you look at from the digital twin point of view or the military training point of view, I think slightly more ahead we have to move forward to. But we are already there, in the sense it will take another 5 to 6 years, if you say, that military is going to adopt the metaverse in the Indian perspective. But there's a huge scope for it.
All right. So thank you so much, sir, for being on 3.0 TV and sharing your views and knowledge with our viewers. It was really great having you on the show.
Thank you.
So this was Mr. Akhil Damodaran, founder and CEO of L-Teridium. He shared insights on the future of aviation industry in the metaverse. Keep watching 3.0 TV for more such interviews. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. And for instant updates, do press the bell icon. This is me, Vishakha Thakur, signing off.
We will keep you connected to the evolving world of NFT.
For accurate and latest updates of cryptocurrency markets and global regulations.
Metaverse and Web3.
3.0 TV covers the latest crypto crimes.
Keeps you updated about the global crypto events and exhibitions.
The music industry is all set to be disrupted yet again. And this time, it's on blockchain. Of course, this disruption is going to be music to the ears of all music lovers, including stakeholders like song artists and craftsmen whose talent and skills give us memories for generations to last. Millennials and Gen Z may have their ears plugged into streaming music all the time, but even they would love to know how we got here.
How you like that?
So let's track the journey of music from the beginning. From the phonograph or gramophone, which started it all. Nearly 150 years ago, in 1877, American inventor Thomas Edison invented a device in his New Jersey lab that could record sound and play it back.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
It could be shared and sold too. In a way, Edison could be called the creator of modern music business. Over the years, the phonograph took different forms, from the cylinder shape to flat disc, until finally being replaced by the vinyl disc. The analog storage medium, where physical records of music could be imprinted. Vinyl remained the dominant recording format for most of the 20th century. As rock and roll, blues and country kicked off, the sales boomed and albums sold hugely. English rock bands like the Beatles and Rolling Stones took the world by storm. But by late 50s, the music industry was waiting to be rocked by a new technology. the audio tape. The world was ready to shake a leg with the numbers of Madonna and Michael Jackson. When introduced, the auto cassette tapes wasn't a game changer, but being able to record music on a smaller device for greater portability, it inspired a series of innovations. The audio industry was quick to lap it up. By late 60s, most cars came with inbuilt audio cassette players. The best, as they say, was yet to come. The name was Sony.
You really feel the music with the Sony Walkman.
The Sony Walkman is a tiny stereo cassette player with truly incredible sound.
The Japanese music giant that gave us our best buddy, the Walkman.
If everybody had a Walkman across the USA.
Now everybody from joggers to gym lovers could carry music with them on the go. It lasted a good number of years, but soon gave way to another of its kind,
Surfing USA.
the CD player. The CDs became instantly popular, with business zooming past tens of billions in the US alone. But then came the new world order with Napster, which allowed the users to download music. That was the beginning of the new era of piracy. At once, CD sales plummeted, washing it all like a skyfall. The industry wasn't ready for something like free music. It fought ferociously to defend its rights and royalties. Legal battles followed, some sites shut down, but the damage had been done. Sharing music over the internet was here to stay.
This amazing little device holds 1,000 songs, and it goes right in my pocket.
With Steve Jobs' iPod and MP3 players, the industry saw a huge boost in digital downloads. Artists could no longer rely on recorded music and were forced to do more live shows to rake in the moolah. But the big breakthrough came in 2011. This time, it was called Spotify, a streaming app. The Swedish startup managed to do what others could not. Simply license a big fat library of music so that instead of buying and owning the songs and albums, the world would simply latch on to listening to music. Advertisements and subscription drive the business for platforms like Spotify. The free version of Spotify has 50 million subscribers, of which 12.5 million pay $120 per year. It has so far paid over $23 billion in royalties to rights holders, who are distributors or record labels, who in turn pay artists for the royalties they earn. The global music streaming market size is pegged at $34.3 billion. Spotify has now become the biggest aggregator of streamed music. With blockchain, it is now set to disrupt the music industry yet again, so that it can preempt and contest competition from the likes of Apple Music, YouTube, and others. Blockchain is expected to protect copyrights, ensure fair deals to artists, throw up every search irrespective of the algorithm, nullify the chances of black marketing of show tickets, and turn around the entire streaming industry into a robust business model. After all, music transcends all layers of our existence, be it psychological, physical, or even causal. So let blockchain sync with music to give us an enthralling experience of a new symphony altogether. Happy listening.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
NFT sales volume soared in February to levels not seen since the start of crypto winter last spring, according to DappRadar data. Last month, trading exceeded $2.04 billion, an increase of 117% from $941 billion in January. According to these figures, February was the best month for the NFT market since last May, when Terra's implosion shattered the crypto economy and buried the then hot NFT market in ice. The emerging NFT marketplace, which recently surpassed OpenSea in trading volume, has been fueled by incentives that financially reward loyal users for not trading on any other platform and, more importantly, for trading as many high-value NFTs as possible. Blur's trading volume increased by more than $1.13 billion month-over-month in February, accounting for nearly all of the NFT market's month-over-month gains. The majority of that volume, however, was generated by a small number of whales flipping NFTs back and forth in order to accumulate Blur tokens through the company's incentive scheme. Animoca Brands has introduced a set of NFT licenses that legally bind creator royalties payments and other conditions as part of its commitment to supporting NFT creator royalties. Animoca Brands has rolled out a set of 3 NFT licenses that require the payment of creator royalties as a condition for using the underlying NFT. The Web3 leader has introduced a license for personal use, permitted commercial use, and unlimited use. Furthermore, the licenses are governed by New York state law. By signing the agreement, each party consents to the jurisdiction of any New York state or federal court in New York City over itself and its property. Each license establishes a clear framework for NFT usage, rights for creators and holders, with varying restrictions and terms. The licenses are an important step towards creating a more defined framework for creator rights and NFT usage. Redeem, a Web3 startup, announced on Wednesday that it has raised $2.5 million in pre-seed funding to change the landscape of non-fungible tokens by allowing users to send, receive, and redeem them using only their phone numbers. Kinetic Capital, a blockchain-focused investment firm, led the round with participation from Monochrome Capital, VC3 DAO, the fund Flyover Capital, CMT Digital, KC Rise Fund, and Kestrel 0x1. The funds will be used to expand the company's core technology and launch the product in the second quarter of 2023, according to the company. Using Redeem's technology, users can associate their crypto wallets with their phone numbers in order to redeem these types of NFTs, so they can send and receive them just by scanning a quick response code. The platform requires very little technical know-how and takes care of the blockchain fees. In the upcoming special segment on exchanges, we will update you about the following news. MasterCard and Latin American crypto exchange Bitso launch debit card in Mexico. Binance not planning any layoffs, 500 roles to be filled in H1. Crypto exchange OKX seizes $2 million in USDT from 5 accounts. Stay tuned for more updates. We will keep you connected to the evolving world of NFT.
For accurate and latest updates of cryptocurrency markets and global regulations.
Metaverse and Web3.
3.0 TV covers the latest crypto crimes.
Keeps you updated about the global crypto events and exhibitions.
NFT trading volumes hit $2 billion in February, highest since Luna crash. BNB Chain hackathon winner accuses Binance of stealing AI-powered NFTs idea. Now's 3D printed fashion collection turns heads at NFT Paris. Hello and welcome. I am Ruchi Sharma. Fire up your appetite as we serve an interesting platter of NFT news from across the globe. In this episode, we will bring you interesting updates of some of your favorite projects and interesting grapevine that you definitely don't want to miss. We will also be joined by special guests on the show for expert view. But first, let's take a look at how the NFT market performed last week. NFT sales totaled $186.2 million over the last 7 days with 760,857 buyers. Although the number of buyers increased by 55.41% last week, sales volume decreased by 32.32% and NFT transactions decreased by 91%. Ethereum dominated the market, accounting for $148.56 million or 79.78% of all transactions. However, sales of ETH-based NFTs fell 37.78% from the previous week. Solana NFT sales increased by 12.93% this week, reaching $17 million, while Polygon recorded sales of just over $6 million, a 17.34% decrease from the previous week. According to the most recent industry report from DappRadar, NFT trading volumes reached $2 billion in February, the highest figure since the Terra Luna crash in May 2022. Much of the increase can be attributed to the growing popularity of the zero-fee marketplace Blur. While NFT sales fell by about 32% from January to February, trading volume increased by about 120%. Much of this is due to incentivized trades in the run-up to Blur's native token airdrop in mid-Feb. According to Sarah Gergeles, a blockchain research analyst, while Blur is gaining market share and challenging the historically dominant NFT marketplace OpenSea, the marketplace is not attracting new traders. While OpenSea is aimed at retail trades, Blur's focus on professional trades may result in increased trading volumes rather than new buyers. Looking at the uptrend in the NFT market since the start of this year, this could be the year of NFTs. To talk more about it, we have a special guest with us, Mr. Jay Shah, founder AVG. Welcome to 3.0 TV, Jay.
Hello, good afternoon, and thanks so much for having me here.
Jay, NFT trading volume hit $2 billion in February after 9 months. This is the highest trading volume since the Terra Luna crash. Moreover, Bitcoin NFT is also making its entry in the top 10 NFT collections. Do you see the NFT market gain its lost luster back?
The NFT space has been absolutely buzzing over the last few months, with trading volume surpassing almost $2 billion. I feel like there are a bunch of reasons for this bullishness. One of the biggest reasons is the launch of Blur Marketplace, where they airdropped their users with huge incentives. We also saw in the past where NFT marketplaces employed the same tactics, such as LooksRare. Another factor is the rise of Bitcoin NFTs. Well, technically they're not NFTs. They're called inscriptions. Metadata on NFTs are stored on an IPFS protocol, whereas metadata on Bitcoin inscriptions are inscribed on the blockchain itself and does not rely on any third-party data. The fact that most NFT platforms has allowed users such as me and you to customize royalties and set our own royalties as low as 0 has also been a huge advancement in this space. We also saw some of the biggest projects such as DeGods, Utes, and Monkey Kingdom migrate over to ETH, which was a huge green light for a lot of users to trade NFTs. So personally speaking, I'm very bullish on the NFT space, and I feel like NFTs are back.
Thank you so much for having this conversation with us and for giving us your valuable time.
Thank you so much for having me here once again.
Binance's newly launched artificial intelligence-powered NFT generator has been producing digital art at full capacity, reaching a maximum of 10,000 NFT mints in just 2.5 hours. Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange, launched an AI-powered NFT generator called Picasso in beta on March 1st. The system is an image generation tool powered by AI, similar to AI art platforms such as DALL-E. Users can either upload an image for the AI to work on, such as a profile picture, or type in creative prompts to generate a bespoke image created with AI. According to preliminary mint data, 9,909 owners created at least one NFT during the limited beta period. Binance AI NFTs are embroiled in controversy following their launch. Binance has been accused of blatantly copying the BNB chain hackathon winner. Binance allegedly stole Chatcaso's AI-powered tool for creating NFTs just 2 months after awarding them first prize of $5,000 in Binance USD at the BNB Chain Hackathon in Seoul in December 2022. Binance denied the plagiarism allegations. According to a Binance spokesperson, Picasso is the test project built by a small team at Binance, and NFTs and AI are common concepts being worked on by many industry players. Moving on, CoinDesk has launched an exclusive NFT collection that serves as ticket to its premier Web3 festival, Consensus. To bring holders the exclusive and layered multi-year ticket collectible to Consensus 2023 and beyond, CoinDesk collaborated with Fahad Karim, Artblocks Engine, TokenProof, and Passage Protocol. Holders will receive a one-of-a-kind generative art piece by artist Fahad Karim, as well as 3 years of Pro Pass access to Consensus and the opportunity to participate in a robust, multi-tiered holder reward system that will unfold year after year. This year's event will cover crypto, blockchain, Web3, the Metaverse AI, and after-programming networking events, parties, live music, and experiential activations over 3 days. NFTs are on the fashion runway yet again, and this time it's NFT Paris. Thousands of Web3 fans descended on NFT Paris, and attendees at the Grand Palais Ephemer were treated to an NFT-based fashion show. Danette Peleg, a fashion designer, debuted her first collection of 3D printed clothing inspired by nouns. The well-known Ethereum project, which debuted in 2021, auctioned off one new NFT per day and uses the proceeds to fund a community-driven and open-source intellectual property. Peleg attended the conference wearing 5 outfits, each inspired by a different NFT from the valuable profile picture collection as well as the overall Nouns brand. Many of the pieces featured the iconic boxy Nouns glasses, as well as detailed recreations of some of the avatars minted to date. Animoca Brands is supporting creators with NFT licenses. Creator royalties have been a contentious issue. Animoca Brands has released a set of NFT licenses that legally bind creator royalties payments and other terms. Animoca Brands has released a set of 3 NFT licenses that require creator royalties to be paid in order to use the underlying NFT. The Web3 pioneer has released licenses for personal use, permitted commercial use, and unlimited use. Furthermore, the licenses are governed by New York state law. By signing the agreement, each party consents to the jurisdiction of any New York state or federal court in New York City over itself and its property. Well, that's all in this special show, NFTverse. We will be back with more interesting stories from the world of NFTs. This is me, Ruchi Sharma, signing off. Do like, share, and subscribe to 3.0 TV, and have a great day.
हेलो एंड वेलकम टू 3.0 टीवी। मैं रोशनी शिंगरे। आज हम बात करेंगे ब्लॉकचेन और रेलवे इंडस्ट्री के बारे में। ब्लॉकचेन एक ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी है जो सप्लाई चेन, बैंकिंग, हेल्थ केयर और दूसरी इंडस्ट्रीज को बढ़ावा दे रही है। ऐसे में अब ये ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इंडस्ट्री में भी क्रांति लाने के राह पर है। जी हाँ, आज हम बड़े ट्रांसपोर्ट इंडस्ट्री के बारे में आपको बताने जा रहे हैं, जिसे एक पायदान ऊपर ले जाते हुए ब्लॉकचेन की मदद से अधिक स्मार्ट, डिजिटल और डिसेंट्रलाइज बनाया जा सकेगा। हर साल ग्रो हो रही रेलवे इंडस्ट्री ब्लॉकचेन टेक्निक का अगला लक्ष्य है, जहां यह अपना जबरदस्त प्रभाव से रेलवे को रेनोवेट करेगी। दुनिया भर में मौजूद देशों में से कनाडा, ब्राजील, यूनाइटेड स्टेट और चिली को छोड़कर कई देशों में रेल नेटवर्क अभी भी मैनुअल ऑपरेशंस के कंट्रोल में है। मैनुअल ऑपरेशंस को कुछ महत्वपूर्ण कन्वेंशनल रेलवे सॉफ्टवेयर्स के जरिए कंट्रोल किया जाता है। हालांकि इन सब के बीच चिंता का विषय यह है कि सॉफ्टवेयर पूरी तरह से स्ट्रीमलाइन नहीं होते हैं। यही वजह है कि अक्सर ऑपरेशंस में अनएक्सपेक्टेड इश्यूज जैसे एक्सीडेंट्स, टिकट बुकिंग को ट्रैक करने में दिक्कत का सामना करना पड़ता है। ऐसे में चलिए आज हम रेलवे में मौजूद उन छिपे हुए मुद्दों के बारे में बात करते हैं जिन्हें ब्लॉकचेन हल करने वाला है। सबसे पहले बात करते हैं आखिर क्यों है ब्लॉकचेन रेलवे इंडस्ट्री के लिए जरूरतमंद। हमेशा होने वाले रोड ट्रैफिक से रेलवे ट्रैफिक पूरी तरह से अलग होता है। रेलवे में इंटरकनेक्टेड नैरो रेलवे ट्रैक्स होते हैं जो अलग अलग ट्रेनों को अलग अलग डेस्टिनेशंस के लिए अलग अलग समय पर एक जगह से दूसरी जगह लेकर जाने का काम करते हैं। ऐसे में मेन लाइन रेलवे सिस्टम में सख्त सुरक्षा प्रक्रियाओं को लागू करने के लिए अलग अलग टेक्निकल फ्रेमवर्क्स होते हैं। ऐसे में रेलवे में ब्लॉकचेन इम्प्लीमेंटेशन को कन्वेंशनल रेलवे फ्रेमवर्क्स द्वारा बनाए गए मौजूदा सेफ ब्लॉक्स को इंश्योर करने की जरूरत है। इन सभी एलिमेंट को मद्देनजर रखते हुए अब भारत के कर अधिकारी ब्लॉकचेन तकनीक की मदद से सीमा शुल्क कर काटने के रूप में रेल कार्गो को स्कैन कर रहे हैं ताकि होने वाली अवैध तस्करी को कम किया जा सके। सेंट्रल बोर्ड ऑफ इनडायरेक्ट टैक्सेस एंड कस्टम्स के चेयरमैन विवेक जौहरी का मानना है कि केवल कर दरों को बढ़ाने या घटाने से अवैध व्यापार पर अंकुश नहीं लगाया जा सकता, इसलिए ब्लॉकचेन टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल करना बेहद जरूरी है। साथ ही इंडिया का सेंट्रल बोर्ड ऑफ इनडायरेक्ट टैक्सेस एंड कस्टम्स अब स्पेशल इकोनॉमिक जोन्स और एक्सपोर्ट ओरिएंटेड यूनिट्स में ब्लॉकचेन तकनीक का उपयोग करने पर विचार कर रहा है। यह एक्सपोर्ट और इंपोर्ट कंटेनर्स को रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसी आइडेंटिफिकेशन टैगिंग के एक्सटेंसिव उपयोग के साथ मिलकर CBIC को सभी टोल प्लाजा सहित कार्गो को एंड टू एंड ट्रैक करने में भी मदद करेगा। दूसरी बात, रेलवे नेटवर्क में क्या है ब्लॉकचेन की जिम्मेदारी। रेलवे नेटवर्क में ब्लॉकचेन की टॉप मोस्ट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज है। ऐसे में ब्लॉकचेन को सिक्योरिटी लेवल को सुनिश्चित करने से लेकर लोगों की जान को एक्सीडेंट से बचाने के लिए डिसेंट्रलाइज्ड ऑटोनोमस डिसीजन मेकिंग सिस्टम के साथ स्मार्ट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स की जरूरत है। अब देखते हैं रेलवे में कैसी हो सकती है ब्लॉकचेन की भूमिका। रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट्स। अगर रेलवे नेटवर्क में ब्लॉकचेन को लागू किया जाता है तो यात्री हर बार टिकट खरीदने पर रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट्स जमा कर सकते हैं। इन रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट्स का रिडेम्पशन कुछ डिफाइंड पॉलिसीज के तहत लिखा जाएगा। क्लेम किए गए रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट्स का इस्तेमाल ट्रेन यात्रा के बाद कैब जैसी दूसरी सेवाएं हासिल करने के लिए किया जा सकता है। ब्लॉकचेन रेलवे के सिस्टम के अंदर ज्यादा डेटा ट्रांसपेरेंसी लाता है, जिसकी मदद से यात्रियों की आइडेंटिटीज को मैनेज करना आसान हो जाएगा, क्योंकि ब्लॉकचेन के साथ सब कुछ ऑनलाइन दर्ज होगा, जिस वजह से यात्रियों को यात्रा करने के दौरान कोई आईडी प्रूफ साथ लेकर चलने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। मेंटेनेंस। चूंकि हर ट्रेन हजारों टेक्निकल और इलेक्ट्रिकल पार्ट से जुड़ी होती है, इसलिए सुरक्षा यात्रा के लिए ट्रेन का रखरखाव बहुत जरूरी होता है। ऐसे में किसी भी तरह की खराबी को पकड़ना कई बार मुश्किल हो जाता है, लेकिन IoT कनेक्ट सेंसर और डिवाइसेस के साथ ब्लॉकचेन मॉडर्न मेंटेनेंस को बढ़ावा देगा, क्योंकि ट्रेन का हर एक पार्ट ब्लॉकचेन के तहत रजिस्टर्ड होगा। ऑटोमेटेड बिलिंग। ब्लॉकचेन के साथ रेलवे के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर राइट्स का एलोकेशन और पेमेंट्स तुरंत होगा। टिकट बुकिंग से लेकर सब कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के पेमेंट जैसी हर चीजों को एक ट्रस्टेड लेजर के जरिए सरल बनाया जाएगा। वर्चुअल करेंसी से शुरू हुआ ब्लॉकचेन का सफर आज देश से लेकर विदेश में अलग अलग सेक्टर्स तक अपना पैर पसार चुका है। यही वजह है कि भारत ब्लॉकचेन और Web3 डेवलपर्स के लिए हॉटस्पॉट में से एक है। भारतीय ब्लॉकचेन डेवलपर्स की दुनिया भर में मांग है और हम इसे एक बढ़ते ट्रेंड के रूप में देख रहे हैं। आज के लिए बस इतना ही। मैं रोशनी शिंगरे आपसे विदा लेती हूँ। ऐसी Web3 से जुड़ी अन्य बड़ी और लेटेस्ट अपडेट्स के लिए बने रहे हमारे साथ और देखते रहे 3.0 TV।
FTX Derivatives Exchange, a bankrupt digital currency trading firm, has filed a lawsuit against Grayscale Investment through its sister trading firm Alameda Research. The case was filed in the Delaware Court of Chancery and it names its CEO Michael Sonnenschein and its parent company Digital Currency Group as defendants. According to the lawsuit, FTX seeks injunctive relief to unlock $9 billion or more in value for Grayscale Bitcoin and Ethereum Trust shareholders. If this request is granted, it will free up $250 million for FTX, which it will be able to use to repay its own creditors. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust has more than $14 billion in assets under management. Despite the recent Securities and Exchange Commission prohibition on staking services, US-based cryptocurrency exchange Kraken is establishing a new crypto bank. Kraken support stated in response to a tweet that Kraken Bank is still in the works with an initial offering to US consumers. According to Marco Santori, Kraken's chief legal officer, the launch of Kraken Bank is on track and they will have those ballpoint pens with little trains. After the company orders thousands of them with their logo, these will be mounted on the desktops of all Wall Street banks. Ukraine has temporarily suspended the use of the country's national currency, the hryvnia, through banking cards for fiat deposits and withdrawals on cryptocurrency exchanges. Based on the news, Binance emphasized the importance of peer-to-peer services during cryptocurrency transactions. Binance and Kuna, two cryptocurrency exchanges, have officially notified investors of the problem. Michael Kobeningen, the founder of Kuna, a local crypto exchange, raised the issue of service and is expected to clarify it. Binance acknowledged the disadvantage of regulators prohibiting the use of hryvnia on cryptocurrency exchanges. That's all in the bulletin today. This is me, Vishakha Thakur, signing off. For more such updates, keep watching 3.0 TV. Do like, share and subscribe to our channel.
Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am Vishakha Thakur. We are at Kala Ghoda Art Festival and Web3 is already driving trillions of dollars into the economy. So let's see what the youth has to say about the evolving digital segments such as blockchain, NFTs, metaverse, etc. So, hi, do you know the full form of DeFi?
DeFi?
No idea.
DeFi.
D5. I've got a little bit of idea. I have some cryptos in the DeFi space. I own a few cryptos just as investment and dangle in between sometimes when the market's rising, maybe.
Do you know the full form of DeFi?
I I really don't know. I know what it means, but I don't know.
Full form of CBDC.
CBDC. No, I am not aware of that.
No.
CBDC.
CBDC. Could you tell me the full form?
Oh yeah.
What is blockchain?
Don't know.
Blockchain technology is social media technologies.
Blockchain is basically stacking of data in a continuous manner. Just like if you remove a file and then you can just locate it right from it. It has certain tags and numbers associated with each one of it. So the data can't be lost basically in blockchain technology if you are just saving it in that format.
E-rupee?
It's मतलब
नहीं.
I mean, intuitively it sounds like maybe an electronic way of handling money.
Do you know about NFTs?
हाँ NFT fund हाँ है वो मालूम लेकिन पूरा क्या है मालूम नहीं.
ये तो टफ लगता है कुछ तो.
full form of NFT. I'm not sure.
Non-fungible token.
What do you have to say about Metaverse?
I don't know much, but it is complicated, very complicated.
Metaverse ना? Metaverse Facebook नहीं ना? Facebook.
No! God, please, no!
It's got something to do with Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg, but I don't know what it is.
No idea. Only I know Kala Ghoda.
Metaverse is basically it is launched by Facebook. I think Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Parent company of all these three things.
No! God, please, no!
What do you have to say about cryptocurrency?
I have read some articles about cryptocurrency, but not that. No idea.
हाँ वो मैंने सुना है क्रिप्टो करेंसी जो अमिताभ बच्चन ने वगैरह कुछ इन्वेस्ट किया था ऐसा पढ़ा था न्यूज़ में.
Thank you very much.
Cryptocurrency unique question है but
I think kind of digital currency. Yeah, I think there are different types of cryptocurrencies. I think even India has launched their own currency. I don't know exactly name, but RBI has allowed us.
Nice.
Another value besides money that we can use to offer exchange and trade.
Nice.
I think it has different ideas to it. If we're talking about Bitcoin, then that's a specific work set. But if you're talking about like the Ethereum chain or like Solana or stuff like that, where we get into the NFT space and stuff like that, that's really interesting. That I think that's a good way of art to be a part of the virtual world in a interesting way.
Bingo!
On the dash, get me close to God. We don't pray for love, we just pray for cause.
Someone rightly said, everything in life is somewhere else and you get there in a car. Growing up, I was always fascinated about cars. I'm sure you guys too were mesmerized by marquee four wheels such as Audi R8, Porsche 911, BMW 8 Series, Mercedes-Benz. We could all only dream of driving these beauties. But they are affordable to very few, which is why, and to pacify my inner self, I have been playing car games like Asphalt 8 Airborne, Asphalt 9 Legends, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Hill Climb Racing and GTA. Hat tip racers, welcome back to another segment of GameFi Space. I am Shikha Singh and you are watching 3.0 TV. Joining the bandwagon of play-to-earn games, there's another car racing game in the Web3 space that has gained huge traction in the GameFi space, and that's Radx. I'm taking you on a test ride into Metaverse where JumpTrade, the flagship marketplace and platform of Guardian Link, has introduced NFT drops for its first NFT racing game called Radx Racing. For beginners to get started, users must sign up for the Guardian Link Launchpad. Users can own, play, and earn NFTs. This space will definitely add a lot of excitement to your journey. There are several concepts such as cars equipped with missiles or rocket launchers, as well as multiple tournaments per day. Users can also own revenue-generating digital lands. The game includes many features such as charging stations, police stations, and pit stops. Every Radax loot box contains 2 Radax car NFTs, and they come with a price tag of course, affordable to many of us. 1 Radax loot box costs $25. 5 Radax loot boxes costs $120, plus a guaranteed gift. Users can win BAYC NFT family, Bitcoin, Mahindra Thar car, Royal Enfield Hunter 350, Ethereum, Tesla shares, MacBook Air, Lenovo IdeaPad, Apple iPad, OnePlus 138cm Y series, Binance Coin, Apple AirPods, gaming console, Samsung Galaxy M13, Boat Avante Bar, Crocus Pro, Boat Rockers 550 Bluetooth, Matic, and Dogecoin. Users can also win cash prizes up to rupees 2 crore. You guys, it's very simple. For every 5 loot boxes you hold, you'll receive a free guaranteed gift box. For instance, if you have 10 loot boxes, you'll receive 2 guaranteed gift boxes. Likewise, if you have 20 loot boxes, you will receive 4 guaranteed gift boxes. So the more you hold, the more guaranteed gift boxes you can unlock. One digital land box contains a single one-of-a-kind limited edition digital land. Own now to ensure your unprecedented Web3 reach alongside renowned global brands in the Radax metaverse. Everything begins with the purchase of a limited edition digital land box. Users can host, build, monetize, trade connect, and rent their digital lands for $1,599 each. The Radax auctions consists of 1 vintage car, 1 mystery accessory, 1 mystery weapon, and the fun fact is that all weapons and accessories can be separately traded as NFTs. The minimum bid price for the auction is $25. The auction will start on 5th April. Users can collect, trade, and customize cars to win rewards and customize their own landmarks. Users can challenge other users in thrilling races, events, and tournaments for an immersive and holistic metaverse experience. There are many types of cars in the game, such as immortal cars, superhero cars, fighter cars, superstar Italian cars, ghost cars, Habibi cars, FNF cars, legendary cars, dual engine cars, tuner cars. Radax's partners and patrons are Polygon, Flipkart, Pepsi, Twitter, Viacom, and Mondelez. Play to Earn blockchain gaming experienced a downturn over the last year as gamers prioritized improving the gameplay experience. However, according to a new report from DappRadar, in the first month of 2023, gamers made up nearly half of all blockchain activity with a percentage of 48%. The report highlighted the metaverse's role in the uptake of blockchain gaming activity this year. The data revealed that the trading volume for January in virtual world-related games hit $44.5 million, a 114% increase from the prior month. Correspondingly, Sandbox is a very prominent metaverse platform. Recently, Sandbox partnered with Ubisoft to release a collection of 2,066 Rabid avatars, each with its own benefits and in-game features. The Sandbox describes Rabid's avatars as a key to future utility that gives players access to potential future drops. The Sandbox has added Rabid characters to its NFT Institute, allowing players to purchase avatars for use in the game. The Rabid's Lunar New Year event is exclusively available to the holders of the Rabid avatar. 3 playable experiences are coming back to the ecosystem, including 2 solos and 1 multiplayer. There are 36 quests to be completed for a price of 1 lakh sand. Winners will get a mystery box containing a value of 50,000 and Rabbit's non-fungible tokens. The Rabbit avatar is built from random combinations of traits, allowing holders to stand out in the crowd with a different sense of humor in the metaverse. Wow, I am so amazed by the rabbits. Anyways, that's it in today's special segment. We will keep you updated with more such updates. Until then, keep watching 3.0 TV and do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do press the bell icon for more such videos.
Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am Vishakha Thakur. The metaverse is one of the most important emerging technologies right now, and AI can guide it to success. Google, Microsoft and Meta, three of the most powerful tech companies, have agreed on an overarching vision. AI is the future and it's time to move more effort and resources to machine learning programs. In addition, according to Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman's 2023 budget presentation, the Indian government intends to establish 3 centers of excellence for artificial intelligence in prestigious educational institutions. The goal is to create a robust AI ecosystem in India as well as to develop talented AI experts. But 2023 is not all good news for the Web3 ecosystem, as over 270 tech businesses have reportedly laid off more than 86,000 workers, including roughly 12,000 at Alphabet, 10,000 at Microsoft and 8,000 at Amazon. Meta laid off 11,000 employees in November. Tech titans have begun to divert their attention to artificial intelligence. The goal is to perhaps better position themselves in the market. Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google and parent Alphabet, wrote in a January blog post that the company has a substantial opportunity in AI and is adjusting priorities to fully capture it, building on the company's early investments in AI. Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, also shared thoughts about AI advancement in the company's layoffs announcement, writing that the technology is driving the next major wave of computing as Microsoft uses AI models to build a new computing platform. Mark Zuckerberg did the same in Meta's November announcement, sharing that the company would prioritize funding and resources toward high-priority growth areas like its AI discovery engine. Meta, Google and Amazon all unveiled generative AI tools for film or animation last year. In addition, Microsoft recently announced an expanded cooperation with OpenAI, the inventor of text-based generative AI tools such as GPT-3 and ChatGPT. Microsoft is also working into introducing OpenAI's text tools into Office products like Word, Outlook, and PowerPoint. As companies push into the AI sphere, employment postings in the field have remained more resilient than in the overall tech world. So let's look at some data to back up our claim. According to ZipRecruiter statistics provided with TechBrew, IT job vacancies increased by slightly over 2% in January compared to February 2020. In comparison, AI job postings increased by 6.3%. So, with all this happening in the tech world, let's take a look at how AI is making a way for the metaverse in order to make it reach its potential. AI uses facial recognition software and other technologies to make accurate and realistic avatars for users by processing users' mannerism, facial expressions, and non-verbal cues to create a more accurate user experience. In addition to making realistic avatars for metaverse users, AI helps generate realistic digital humans, often referred to as non-player characters in video games. NPCs interact with users in the metaverse as if they were real people. AI makes way for the metaverse to be better able to process language, with AI technology recognizing the natural language and converting it into a machine language format before processing results back into the natural language. Users all over the globe can interact with metaverse. Not only this, there are several ways that AI can help to deliver the business applications of metaverse. AI-powered operations is a branch of AI that employs machine learning to assist businesses in managing their IT infrastructure, and it can be used to anticipate and prevent outages, detect problems in real time, and optimize resources. Well, AI-powered chatbots are gaining popularity among businesses. In the metaverse, AI bots can be used for a variety of tasks such as customer service, marketing, and sales. It can assist users in the metaverse by providing instructions, product and service information, answering customer questions, taking orders, and even performing transactions on their behalf. So, Metaverse AI will be a distant evolution of Web3. In its most complete form, it will be a series of decentralized, interconnected virtual worlds with a fully functioning economy where people can do just about anything they can do in the physical world. That's all in the story. This is me, Vishakha Thakur, signing off. For more such updates, keep watching 3.0 TV. Do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. The Bank for International Settlements has released the findings of Project Icebreaker, a cross-border payment model for central bank digital currency developed in collaboration with Israel, Norway, and Sweden's central bank. According to a March 6th report, the project demonstrated that the hub and spoke method could benefit both banks and retail customers. The system divides a cross-border transaction into two domestic payments and uses competitive quotes to obtain the best exchange rate possible, reducing fees and delays. The BIS described it as a competitive arrangement that minimizes the risk of insufficient liquidity. While the project demonstrated the potential of CBDCs, the report emphasized that implementing the Icebreaker model in the real world would necessitate addressing several technological, policy, and legal issues. Policy considerations could include governance arrangements, the viability of business model, liquidity provision, privacy, anti-money laundering compliance, and payment initiation related standards. Brazil's central bank, Banco Central do Brasil, has announced the launch of a digital currency pilot project, making the country the latest to step up efforts to develop central bank digital currencies. According to the bank, the program will seek to replicate the success of its Pix instant payment system and further popularize financial services in the country. According to Fabio Araujo, an economist at the bank and initiatives coordinator, public use of digital currency will begin at the end of 2024 after a testing phase that will include buying and selling federal public bonds. Iran is nearing the end of the pre-pilot phase of its central bank digital currency development. According to media reports, the country's central bank has completed the pre-pilot phase of its CBDC project. The pilot phase will begin soon and the central bank is confident that it will be a success. The CBDC project will enable peer-to-peer transaction without the use of intermediaries, resulting in increased payment system efficiency and transparency. According to reports, the CBDC project's pre-pilot phase involved testing the project's technical and business infrastructure. During this phase, the central bank assessed the performance of CBDC network in a controlled environment. It also tested the interoperability of the CBDC network with existing financial systems and the overall security of the network. In the upcoming special segment on exchanges, we will update you about the following news. FTX used Grayscale as it seeks to $50 million in its trust. Kraken to establish a new bank despite regulatory scrutiny. Binance upholds P2P services over Ukraine halting Hryvnia usage on crypto exchanges. Stay tuned for more updates on crypto exchanges.
कभी आपको जब आप उनके एसोसिएटेड थे आपको लगा था कि एक्चुअली जो NFT मार्केट प्लेस है ये अपने डाउनफॉल पे है और क्या बहुत जल्दी अचानक बंद हो सकती है? Were you prepared for a situation like that?
Yeah, I mean that's very like I feel very emotional about the whole WazirX thing because that's where I sort of
you can pour out your emotions.
No, I mean that's where I sort of started. Like that's been like the first place where I sort of minted and they gave me a spotlight. I was the main artist who sort of started in that. So it sort of started I think in 1st June 2021 I think WazirX had started. And I had minted on the same day. My first mint was on the first day, and I think it was sold in like 4 or 5 days. My first NFT was sort of sold. But that the whole thing about WazirX, they started really well. I mean, the kind of artists they curated, it was very gated and very smaller thing where the quality of the work and the people, how they were building the whole community in the clubhouse and stuff like that was very interesting. It was very, so if you look at it, there is a huge community of Indian NFT artists which happened because of WazirX. So they are the one who put a footstone, you know, like they're the one who created that marking stone for creating the Indian community. They were the people who started actually putting everyone together into Clubhouse and Twitter and stuff like that. So full credit to them for building that whole community, and then eventually like first 4 to 5 months they were doing really great, but then they started pivoting into commercial NFTs and stuff like that. Till one point it was still possible, then it went too much into commercial side of it, and then a lot of people in the communities were not really happy with the whole situation because they were not really taking the good position of either you're an art platform or your NFTs place. You know, initially they were trying to be very gated by making it more curated artist platform where high-end art was getting sold. The kind of sell which was happening on WazirX was very amazing. And the kind of art was selling was really good and very good quality work, very curated well. But then later the curation also became little lousy. It sort of became, they started onboarding a lot of random people, and then so I feel the downfall sort of started from there. So a lot of spotlight artists or a lot of people who are like a good artist who've been digital artists for quite some time, they started staying away from the whole, stopped minting on the whole scene. And then at one point, I think in 2022 at some point, people just stopped minting on it because they were not what they started building that community on Clubhouse and Twitter and stuff like. They stopped all of that. All of those things started stopping. They stopped listening. They stopped taking feedbacks from the community itself. They stopped giving up. they were hardly interacting people on Twitter, and so that whole downfall, everything sort of started at that end. Then people stopped minting, people stopped buying, and then later at one point the last tweet was in 2022 in October, and then suddenly last week they just tweeted that we are shutting the whole NFT market down, and the whole market is sunsetted and stuff like that, and you can trade your NFTs on OpenSea, because recently, few months back, OpenSea listed BNB tokens, which is, since the WazirX was listed on Binance chain, so they started showing that. So it was just out of random, and everyone was shocked. It just happened very randomly, and very sad to see that happen, because the way they started and what they ended up being is very disheartening to see, especially the kind of I'm very grateful for that, the limelight they gave us, the spotlight they gave us, and the stage they gave us to show my work, but sad to see that go. It's and there are a lot of, the way it was handled by the founders and by WazirX was very not that great. It's not really something appreciated by the community. So yeah, people will remember it. Yeah.
तो आपको लगता है कहीं ना कहीं जो बाइनेंस और WazirX का फॉल आउट था वो भी इसकी वजह है, एंड कितना ज़्यादा इस अचानक कोई NFT मार्केट प्लेस बंद हो जाए, ये कितना ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट करता है इंडियन NFT मार्केट को?
Yeah, I mean, मुझे काफ़ी वो जो बाइनेंस और WazirX का जो फॉल आउट था, वो काफ़ी मेरे हिसाब से आई थिंक वाज अ रीज़न दैट दे स्टॉप्ड giving efforts to the whole thing, and but again, all of those things happened. What we actually expected as a community, I'm not trying to, we expected them to come out clean. We expected them to come and talk to us, because they are the one who built the whole community, but they are the one who actually absolutely abandoned us, or there's a word called rug pulled, right? They absolutely rug pulled.
लोग actually यही कह रहे हैं कि rug pull था ये, हालांकि निश्चल शेट्टी ने कहा कि ये rug pull नहीं था, और
yeah, I mean, they're saying that maybe not commercial rug pull, but emotional rug pull for sure. Because if they had come clean and spoken to us that what we should do, there is this thing happening, then we would have appreciated more, because there's a community which can take care of it. We would have built a DAO or whatever thing, and we would have taken care of things if they had spoken to us. But they absolutely kept us in dark and didn't tell us what is happening. They just absolutely abandoned the community, which was very disheartening to see. I mean, we expected them to talk to us and tell us, we wouldn't have said that, whatever, if, we would have been trying to save that, because they built it, we built it together, everyone sort of built it together. If they had been very clean to us, then it would have been much more different scenario than what it is. But yeah, I mean, that's what I feel. It should have been much more communicated well, rather than just keeping us in dark. So yeah.
चलिए कोई बात नहीं, एक NFT marketplace बंद हुई है, लेकिन हम एक नई opportunity की बात करते हैं, जो कि Bitcoin NFTs.
Yeah, and one more before going into that, you were saying that if the platform gets shut, then what happens is the question.
How does it affect?
How does it affect? So, it ideally doesn't affect technically, but like I was saying before, since that was the first NFT market which was existed, largest NFT market is in India. So it got shut. Again, that was very centralized approach, where we as an artist minted onto the contract of the that platform, right? So right now the whole NFTs were minted on the contract of the WazirX. So they have the control of it. Whatever happens, they will be able to do it. But we don't have a control of it. So let's just say that if they decide to burn it, they can do whatever. So that they won't be able to. They can technically burn it because they have the control over it. But as an artist, if we had our own smart contract, then that wouldn't be possible. So I feel we should be careful as a creator in the NFT marketplace to have our own smart contract and use platform to list your NFTs, not to mint NFTs. So there is a difference between both. So that is one of the take I would take as an individual from the whole situation, learning from the whole situation, that never mint your NFTs on a platform.
Wallet.
Platform
There's
contract.
sorry,
And you create your own smart contract. See if that marketplace is allowing other outside smart contract to list. Then only do it. Otherwise, don't do it. That's the learning which I have took from the whole WazirX scenario.
तो बात करते हैं बिटकॉइन एनएफटीज की. तो जैसे बिटकॉइन पहली ब्लॉकचेन थी, लेकिन अब रिसेंटली जो है उन्होंने एनएफटीज में भी इन्वॉल्वमेंट दिखाया और शुरू किया, ऑर्डिनल एनएफटीज शुरू किए हैं और बहुत अच्छा अट्रैक्शन भी उसको मिल रहा है. हर दिन जो इनके इंस्क्रिप्शंस भी बढ़ रहे हैं, लेकिन इसके साथ ही बहुत से क्रिटिक्स ये कह रहे हैं कि बहुत स्लो है, सेंट्रलाइज्ड है, बहुत ज़्यादा ब्लॉक स्पेस ले रही है. हम आपसे जानना चाहेंगे एक्चुअली, अगर आप हमें एक्सप्लेन कर पाएँ थोड़ा बहुत कि ऑर्डिनल एनएफटीज क्या है, ये बाकी एनएफटी से कैसे अलग है और क्या प्रोज एंड कॉन्स है इसके.
ये अभी जस्ट रिसेंटली चालू हुआ है, तो आई थिंक 10-15 days और समथिंग काफ़ी लोग इसके बारे में बात करने लगे. तो मैं भी I'm just trying to learn what exactly this whole thing is. But what I understand out of it is there is someone who have figured out a way to mint digital assets on a blockchain of BTC, where it wasn't possible. So there's this upgrade which has come into the BTC blockchain where people are minting it onto the whole, using something called ordinals. People are saying the whole thing is into, the IPFS is not involved, and on Bitcoin is little interesting to see what people are going to look at it, especially because halving which happens on BTC, the new blocks are not going to get created after some time. So that ideally makes it very limited compared to Ethereum. So we need to see what people are looking at it. And also one more concern with Bitcoin is it's still on proof of work, and Ethereum and other blockchains such as Tezos and most of the NFT blockchains are on proof of stake right now. So and a lot of people are very energy consumption conscious right now in the NFT marketplace. So it's the time to wait and see what to do, what is going to happen with how people are going to look at it in terms of energy consumption, Bitcoin and stuff like that. So I'm just waiting and watching what's going to happen. I'm not really rushing to do it because that's like a big no in Web3. You need to understand what is happening and do it carefully. So I'm going to wait and watch to see what's exactly happening with the ordinals and Bitcoin NFTs.
तो नितांत, आपको ये लगता है कि जो ट्रेडिशनल आर्ट फॉर्म है उसे कहीं ना कहीं डिजिटल आर्ट फॉर्म रिप्लेस कर रहा है? अब जैसे धीरे धीरे सब कुछ मेटावर्स की तरफ जा रहा है, तो हम देख रहे हैं कि एग्जीबिशंस भी मेटावर्स में होंगी, म्यूजियम्स भी हम शायद मेटावर्स में देखेंगे. तो एज अ आर्टिस्ट आप इसको एज अ थ्रेट देखते हैं फॉर ट्रेडिशनल आर्ट फॉर्म, या आप इसको एज अ अपॉर्चुनिटी देखते हैं? और अगर मैं आपको ऑप्शन दूँ टू बी इन द ट्रेडिशनल फॉर्म ऑफ आर्ट और टू चूज डिजिटल आर्ट फॉर्म और द डिजिटल स्पेस, क्या चूज करेंगे आप?
That's a very interesting question, but there is a lot of possibility of what can happen through smart contract and NFT and the whole idea of it. So I feel potential are limitless, but I'm very excited to see what can happen. But personally, I feel generative art or computational art will be the limelight of it, because I'm not being very on the side of computational art or a generative art because I'm of that form of an artist. But if you look at any other form of NFTs, art NFTs, there is no other art form which uses blockchain that well, like the possibility of what blockchain can do than the generative art. I mean, otherwise, if you're doing a digital artist, you're taking an image, uploading on IPFS, and then the artwork is basically a link which is attached to your token on the Ethereum or whichever blockchain you're doing. But if you're a generative artist, your code is on chain, so it's actually using the whole possibility of what blockchain can do, and it's utilizing the technology better than the other forms. I mean, I'm not sure if people are aware of what generative art ideally it does. To put it in short, it's how it's actually using the blockchain tech is, so as a generative artist, we don't actually make the final artwork. We make the code which we create a system which generates the artwork, and then that code is written such a way that it is supposed to take one cryptographic number. So that cryptographic number sort of comes from when someone clicks on a mint button whenever someone transacts on blockchain, it clicks on a mint button to buy that NFT. It will always generate one cryptographic number, right? And then that code is written such a way that it takes that cryptographic number, triggers the value which you have written in the code, and generates a new output every time. So the buyer knows what kind of artwork he'll get, but not the exact artwork. And then it follows with a lot of rarity and stuff like that. So it's actually using the blockchain technology in a better format than the other format at current time. So I mean, personally, I feel that will shine more. And even if you look at the NFTs which are going into auctions and stuff like that, they are most of the time they're generative NFTs. So yeah, I mean, that's like I mean, little biased, but yeah.
Thank you, नितांत, हमसे बातचीत करने के लिए और अपना वैल्यूएबल टाइम हमें देने के लिए.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah.
तो NFTs का फ्यूचर बहुत ब्राइट रहेगा, और अगर नितांत की माने तो जनरेटिव आर्ट NFT जो हैं वो उसकी जर्नी काफ़ी लंबी रहेगी. इस खास बातचीत में फिलहाल इतना ही. आपसे फिर होगी मुलाकात एक नए गेस्ट के साथ. टिल देन, दिस इज मी रुचि शर्मा साइनिंग ऑफ. डू लाइक, शेयर एंड सब्सक्राइब टू 3.0 TV एंड हैव अ ग्रेट डे. We will keep you connected to the evolving world of NFT.
For accurate and latest updates of cryptocurrency markets and global regulations,
Metaverse and Web3.
3.0 TV covers the latest crypto crimes.
Keeps you updated about the global crypto events and exhibitions.
ये गाना है तो फिल्मी, लेकिन ये एक चेतावनी के तौर पर बजाया जा रहा है. कहानी इंटरेस्टिंग है, इसलिए जरा गौर से सुनिए. बंटी और बबली, घोसला का घोसला, धूम 1, धूम 2, धूम 3, बदमाश कंपनी, द स्टिंग, द इटालियन जॉब. इन सब मूवीज में एक बात कॉमन है. ये मूवीज चोर अर्थात कॉन आर्टिस्ट के बारे में है. और आज का हमारा स्पेशल सेगमेंट ऐसे ही क्रिप्टो कॉन आर्टिस्ट के बारे में है. तो हुआ यूं कि यूरोप में कुछ कॉन आर्टिस्ट ने ऐसा गदर मचाया जिसके चलते विक्टिम्स के लाखों डॉलर्स उड़ गए. ये चोर रात के अंधेरे में नहीं आते. नो सर, ये कॉन आर्टिस्ट दिन दहाड़े सूट पैंट और टाई पहनकर आपसे 5 स्टार होटल की लॉबी में या फिर किसी पॉश रेस्टोरेंट में मिलते हैं और पलक झपकते ही आपका पैसा चुराकर रफू चक्कर हो जाते हैं. अब आप सोच रहे होंगे ये कैसे पॉसिबल है? कोई मिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर्स देकर होटल या रेस्टोरेंट से कैसे जा सकता है? तो फिर ये कौन होता कैसे है? कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में एक अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी तलाश कर रहे कॉन आर्टिस्ट की कहानी कुछ इस तरह शुरू होती है. एक चोरों की टोली Web3 वर्ल्ड के ऐसे इन्वेस्टर्स को टारगेट करती है जो किसी स्टार्टअप में पैसा लगाकर मल्टीफोल्ड रिटर्न कमाना चाहते हैं. उनके लिए एक अच्छी प्रेजेंटेशन बनाई जाती है. एक ऐसा समा बनाया जाता है जिससे कि इन्वेस्टर को लगे कि अगर उसने कॉन आर्टिस्ट की स्कीम में इन्वेस्ट नहीं किया तो उसके हाथ से एक अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी निकल जाएगी. फिर इन्वेस्टर्स से डिजिटल वॉलेट में प्रूफ ऑफ फंड की मांग की जाती है, जैसा कि Web3 मेटावर्स गेमिंग इंजन वेबावर्स के को फाउंडर अहाद शम्स के साथ रोम के एक होटल लॉबी में हुआ. इन कॉन आर्टिस्ट ने शम्स को $4 मिलियन क्रिप्टो में एक ट्रस्ट वॉलेट में शिफ्ट करने को कहा। वो वॉलेट शम्स ने खुद सेट किया था, इसीलिए शक की कोई गुंजाइश ही नहीं थी। फिर भी जब वो मीटिंग से उठकर घर आए तब तक उनके खुद के वॉलेट से $4 मिलियन गायब हो चुके थे। ऐसा ही अनुभव यूके बेस्ड क्रिप्टो फोकस पब्लिशिंग और डेटा सर्विसेज कंपनी कॉइन पब्लिशर के को-फाउंडर मिस्टर हंटर के साथ हुआ। वो अपने स्टार्टअप के लिए $2.2 मिलियन रेज करना चाहते थे। कॉन आर्टिस्ट ने उससे कहा कि वो एक वेल्थ मैनेजर है और एक रिच पार्टी को रिप्रेजेंट करता है। वो हंटर को $2.2 मिलियन दिला देगा, बदले में उन्हें 10% कमीशन यानी कि ओवर $200,000 बिटकॉइन में देने होंगे। डील की लालच में उन्होंने $206,000 के बिटकॉइन को अपने एक्सोडस वॉलेट में ट्रांसफर किया। लेकिन फेस टू फेस मीटिंग के बाद जब वो घर आए तब उनके वॉलेट से पैसे उड़ चुके थे। हंटर और शम्स की तरह दुनिया के अलग अलग कोने में ऐसे कई केसेस सामने आए हैं जिसमें सिमिलरली इन कॉन आर्टिस्ट ने लोगों को लाखों करोड़ों का चूना लगा दिया है। लेकिन कई लोग शर्म की वजह से खुलकर सामने नहीं आ रहे हैं, इसीलिए एग्जैक्ट अमाउंट का पता लगा पाना मुश्किल है। अब जब लुट ही गए हैं तो बताने में कैसी शर्म। खैर जो भी हो, आज तक विक्टिम्स और जांच एजेंसीज भी ये पता नहीं लगा पाए हैं कि ये लोग दूसरों के वॉलेट से पैसे कैसे ड्रेन कर रहे हैं। कोई कहता है कि वो जहां मिलते हैं शायद वहां सीक्रेट कैमरा था जिसके थ्रू उन्होंने वॉलेट का सीड फ्रेज यानी कि पासवर्ड क्लिक कर लिया था। तो कोई कहता है कि एक कॉन आर्टिस्ट हिप्नोटिस्ट या मेंटलिस्ट हैं जो लोगों को सम्मोहित करते हैं, उनसे वॉलेट का सीड फ्रेज उगलवा लेते हैं या उनका माइंड रीड कर लेते हैं। ऐसे चोर 2018 से दुनिया के अलग अलग देशों में एक्टिव हैं और अभी तक हाथ नहीं आए हैं। अपनी लेजिटिमेसी प्रूव करने के लिए ये चोर लिंक्डइन जैसी वेबसाइट पर अपने प्रोफाइल बनाते हैं। आपको जानकर हैरानी होगी कि 2021 में माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ओन्ड लिंक्डइन ने अपनी वेबसाइट से 32 मिलियन फेक अकाउंट्स डिलीट कर दिए थे। ऐसे स्कैमर्स से बचने के लिए कभी भी अपने डिजिटल वॉलेट को लेकर अननोन लोगों से मिलने ना जाएं। अपने वॉलेट की सीड फ्रेज को अपने लव्ड एंड ट्रस्ट वंस के अलावा किसी से भी शेयर न करें। हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि जो हाल शम्स और हंटर का हुआ वो किसी का ना हो। इस स्पेशल सेगमेंट में फिलहाल इतना ही। आप देखते रहिए 3.0 टीवी।
Hello and a very warm welcome. I am Manoj Dara. So in the latest development, Nishad Singh, the Indian origin software engineer, is the latest member of the defunct FTX's inner circle, has pleaded guilty to a fraud. Singh, the former director of FTX, was an honor student, has agreed to cooperate with the prosecutor's investigations into FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried. I am unbelievably sorry for my role in all of this, Singh said, adding that he knew by mid-2022 that the Bankman-Fried's hedge fund Alameda Research was borrowing FTX customer funds and customers were not aware of. Singh would forfeit proceeds from the scheme. Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX's founder, pleaded not guilty to 8 criminal charges filed against him in December. Prosecutors say SBF stole billions in FTX customer funds to plug losses at Alameda. SBF acknowledged inadequate risk management but says he did not steal funds. Bankman-Fried, which is 30, now faces 12 criminal charges